Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Destiny 2. Once again, this was all batch recorded, so more story stuff today. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, all that kind of jazz. And I hope you enjoy.
Guardian, my forces report that Shadow Legion units are shifting their attention to the Cloud Arc.
That's likely why Neomuna's defense systems are reading offline. But I bet those Vex pumps are also poking too close to the city's internals.
Let us hope your technology continues to be resilient. This shift likely means Callus is attempting a different approach.
Is that a Taken blight? The Shadow Legion are forcing Taken into that Vex pocket.
The Vex net uses similar gateways as the Cloud Arc, which means they could infiltrate the network and gain access to the Veil.
Taken are relentless, especially under the Witness's control. We need to get in there and stop them.
This is a cool little laser thing. I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something with it, but I'm not, so...
The Vex portal is clear. Let's follow those Taken and remove them from the system.
Hey,
Let's go splicing, baby!
I'm not sure if this is because of the Taken, but I'm starting to get a lot of weird claims from Cloud Arc citizens. Screams, weird voices, nightmares, you name it. The Cloud Arc is built on the energy field produced by the Veil. It's resilient, but not impenetrable. A backdoor wouldn't be impossible. Hopefully, getting rid of whatever is at the center of this will shake all that weirdness out of the system too.
Interesting. Well, hello. Whatever this thing is, it's immune.
There's got to be a way to destroy these blights. We can't let more of them form.
I nearly got rid of all of them. Blight's destroyed. Oh, where are we going? Up we go!
Guardian, it looks like you're getting closer to the source of the problem. That track nearby looks like your best bet.
Let's just hope it's stable.
Finally.
What was that?
This is cool.
Fragile space. This will do.
Who is this? Who's talking? I don't recognize that voice at all. But this is really fucking cool.
So much pain and fear within the darkness here. So satisfying. I will consume it once more.
Did you both hear that? Was that the voice the citizens have been mentioning?
This is far too similar to the nightmares we encountered on the Leviathan. We will need to confront this, but for now we need to locate the access point and stop any attempts to weaken the Veil.
Looks really cool. I love the Vex network. It's one of the coolest strikes they've done in a long time. Boss fight?
This is the access point. Let's get rid of that Taken before it opens a path into the Cloud Arc.
Athenius. He's immune. Nice. That was a sweet strike. That was really fucking good.
And we're back in business. Defenses are back up and Taken are cleared out.
Make your way back to the city, Guardian. We must finish our preparations to ensure Callus's defeat.
This prison in between, it will shatter. But I need power. I am pain. I am terror. I am Nezarek.
Well, Nezarek's coming back.
Hey, Guardian. I hope you're feeling a little more confident with Strand. Sure sounds like Osiris is. Earlier I asked him how things were going with the green strings, just to mess with him. But after correcting me, he started explaining more of his theories, in great detail, and a lot of proper nouns got thrown around. So I zoned out for most of it, but he sure sounded excited, and that's what counts. When I tuned back in, he was talking about how you and him still gotta figure out how to actually master Strand. I think Rohan would have agreed, and so do I. Not because he's dead, and I automatically agree with a dead guy, although it's not like he's really in a position to argue, am I right? I, Cloud Strider Dara Danu of Neomuna, genuinely think it's a good idea.
Dara Danu. Interesting. Did his name change because he became the new one? Or it's his true name, one way or the other. Nimbus congratulates you on the progress you've made with Strand. They cancel on your next steps, saying now is probably the best time for you and Osiris to try and master the element. Nimbus also thinks Rohan would agree. As a sign of the trust you have built together, Nimbus refers to themselves with their true name, Cloud Strider Daru Danu. They thought you should know. Complete the mission headlong in Neomuna. Cool. God, he's cool.
Systems are latent, with 80% of defenses now operational. I'm full of fury, she's got an army, and you got magic green strings. Let's crush this Callus guy.
Maybe not that cool.
Ready for Callus. We don't even understand this erratic power at a foundational level.
It's time we figure it out. Kydal, we'll need your troops. Nimbus, charge up as many of the remaining turrets as you can, while Osiris helps me to untangle this strand.
When we think about controlling something powerful, it's easy to assume it takes strength. Determination. A force of will. But what I've learned is that we cannot control every facet of nature. Instead of tightening our grip, we must open our palms, accepting the ebb and the flow. Letting go in the face of grief in all its shapes. failure, through loss, we can overcome the impossible.
We learn it in a montage.
We stand at a precipice, both in our conflict with Callus and in our training with Strand.
But something is still missing.
And we will find it together. Perhaps inspiration will strike where we least expect it. Follow wherever Strand leads you. Let's experiment.
Shadow Legion ahead.
No doubt preparing for a siege. We must take this time to prepare as well. The battle will be ours soon, but now is not the time. We have never struggled harder against a greater evil, and yet we know now what Nimbus taught us. All products of the mind are conjoined in the darkness. Our obstacles and our goals are all contained within. In fact, they are the same. The same as us, the same as our enemies. What if, in trying to master this power, in trying to take control of this conflict, we've been swimming against the river's current?
It would certainly explain the exhaustion.
The question remains, how do you flow with the river?
There, more Strand.
Yes, and Vex nearby. A fine time to put our theories into practice. Yields little progress, while careful execution paves a path towards a greater power.
Rohan would have said, headlong and empty-handed.
Perhaps our towering friend understood more about this power than even he knew. Think on it. When did you start seeing true success with Strand?
When we helped the Neomuni by rebooting the power station. What did that have to do with Strand?
Our perspective changed, as did our approach to fighting our battles. We took a step back, saw the broader whole, and moved in keeping with it.
So what? We flow with the river by planning better?
By seeing our obstacles as part of the bigger picture, and using the bigger picture to overcome them. Excellent! That was excellent!
We're really onto something here, huh? What changed?
To properly observe phenomena of the light, one needs the right instruments.
And for darkness?
One needs the right perspective. I think we've found it. Seek out more Strand, and see what this new perspective offers.
Additional grenade charge. Using your grappling hook, there's a grapple tether at the grapple point. Sounds awesome.
Even after all that, it seems the Guardian's energy is still stable. Is it possible the perspective shift was all we were missing?
Do not underestimate this moment. This is the product of humbling training many failures and your determination. But you've not mastered this power until you can bring these lessons to bear under duress.
I think I know where this is going.
I have a challenge for you. The VexNet contains many pockets used for testing new subroutines. There is one very near you. Perfect to discover what you can really do with this power.
Let's hit the VexNet, shall we?
This is it, Guardian. Remember,
Flow with the river.
well, what are you waiting for? Good, good. This flexibility is unmatched. Now, show your fighting prowess.
Jesus, Anarchy made that a lot easier.
Impressive.
I bet we could go again. What do you think, Guardian?
I hate to butt in on your enlightenment, but Shadow Legion are on the move.
Another time then. You've more than proven yourself. Callus has no idea what's in store for him.
Alright, everybody. Now, the bad news. The entire first half of the last mission is corrupted on my recording, so I cannot get it. And it's just not working. So, my initial reactions aren't going to be there. I was tempted to put in my other character and just run it through my other character and show you what it was like on my other character. However, instead, what I think I'm going to do is just explain it, because it's not a whole lot that you miss, really. So first off, we have an artist rendition. I'll throw that up right now. So we're standing there talking about Strand, how good it is, and we see a cutscene where the big ship comes in, and it's going to take in, and they're attacking, and they're going to go for the Veil. My reaction to this was, what is the Veil? Because... Anyway, so Callus is finally doing a head-on assault on the Veil. We go and fight him. So we're fighting in front of the door to try and stop him getting in. We're fighting a bunch of Cabal. We get Strand empowerment to do so. That's all great. Doing a bunch of fighting. Then Keitel comes along. I was like, oh cool, Keitel's here. Yay! And then we fight alongside Keitel for a fairly long time. It's a relatively long mission on Legendary. You have to fight for a fairly long time. 2 Tormentors come up. I kill one of them, and then I noticed that the other one is fighting Keitel. Keitel is 1v1ing the Tormentor. That was really cool. So we then kill the second Tormentor. We have to pull back a bit because we run out of space lasers. That's the other thing, is that Nimbus found a space laser from Ishtar back in the Ishtar Collective days. So you destroy tanks by kind of spotting a giant space laser for Nimbus, and he blows up the tanks. That was cool too. But finally, after we beat all of these guys, Callus shows up and just nukes the front door. His big floating head kind of up there, and then he just nukes the front door. And then Keitel's like, I've got this, go get the Veil. So then we go all the way down to the bottom where the Veil is, which is way, 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 way under the city. So a bunch of falling. And then finally we reach the Veil and we see it, and I don't know what it is. It's the Veil. It's a big, weird tentacle-y thing. Anyway. Then we go all the way down to the bottom of it, underneath the Veil, and Callus is already there waiting for us, and then we step in and we fight Callus. And what I'll put in now that I've actually have my recording up, is my successful fight against Callus. Kind of ridiculous that I can explain it that quickly, really. But yeah, that was the whole first part of that mission. Anyway, back to the Callus fight.
Oh, sorry. This way. Yep.
The uglier they are, the harder they fall, right? No? Come on.
We finally found you.
Get your ghost!
What's wrong, Osiris?
Get your ghost out of there!
Finality takes shape.
It's creating the link! Destroy it!
just happened?
We just lost.
Zavala. Come in.
Holy shit. We actually just lost.
The universe makes us all victim and perpetrator. That's infinite cruelty. You, more than any, suffer both fates. Be free.
Raid inside the Traveler? Maybe? Raid inside the Traveler? That'd be cool. That'd be really fucking cool.
The Traveler. Gone. Should I feel humbled by this sacrifice? Relieved that it can't grant any more of our enemies the light? Lost? Without a god in whom I can place my trust? But what consumes me in this moment is the human loss. We've watched so many die for this war. And yet, those losses have given us insight and common bonds. We stand alongside more allies than ever before. Humans, Awoken, Elixni, even the Cabal. When I came to the last city, I looked up to the heavens for the hope the Traveler gave us.
Guardian, the Traveler is gone, but we're still here. It may seem small, but it's no less important under the circumstances. Despite your triumphs against the former Emperor, the Witness has transformed the Traveler, and gone somewhere we cannot follow. Losses are no stranger to any of us. And I have long since known that the world does not obey laws of poetic justice. Much as we might hope otherwise. It would be easy to look at the sky and falter. We cannot. We must take the time we have and make these losses mean something. Neptune is the best and only direction we have. Work with the Cloud Striders. Learn what you can about the Veil. A step at a time, an inch at a time, we keep going. With or without the Traveler.
It doesn't make sense. How are we still alive? Was the Witness only interested in the Veil? It appears to have created a link using ghosts and the Veil. The convergence of primordial light and darkness to open a portal. But to where? We should focus our efforts on the Veil and the trail the Witness might have left behind. If you need a moment, take it. But bear in mind, one loss does not equate to defeat. Keep fighting.
I wanted to thank you for bringing an end to what was once my father. I wish we had a moment of respite to celebrate our victory. Greater strife lies ahead. I will prepare the Cabal for the Witness's machinations, and when it reveals itself, I will once more be standing by your side on the battlefield.
Gotta love fighting with Keitel.
Callus is gone, and the Veil is safe for now. I don't really know what victory looks like going forward, but I'm not gonna take this win from us. From Neomuna. It's weird not being the rookie anymore. I'm just Cloudstrider Nimbus. Feels wrong, like I jumped out a window without my board. There was confidence in knowing the buck stopped with someone else. For Rohan, when I met him at least, it seemed like he just took everything in stride. It was easy for him. I guess I'll get there someday. We're having Rohan's induction into the Hall of Heroes in a bit. Will you join us? It'll be great. Quinn will say something stuffy, there'll be lots of cheering, maybe a whistle if you want to get spicy. But I think he'd be honored if you were there.
We honor relentless Rohan, his service, his sacrifice. More than a protector of Neomuna, he was a true Cloudstrider. He cut his years short so that the whole of humanity may thrive far into the future.
Today we suffer, so tomorrow can live on.
That's beautiful. They're all previous Cloudstriders. You can see there it's like almost a tomb. Alright everybody, so I'm recording this just after finishing the campaign. Kind of my thoughts on the campaign as an initial reaction. I'm gonna have probably a full video of my breakdown of thoughts when I've had time to kind of think about it and more has been revealed after the raid. Because I'm hoping that the raid kind of pulls this story out of the gutter, because it was like, at best. As I said, I haven't fully kind of conceptualized my thoughts of this. This is just after my first run through on my Hunter. The narrative just seemed almost like filler. Like, it feels like the Witness is powerful enough that he could have got to the Veil. For starters, we don't know what the fuck the Veil is, but ignoring that, it feels like the Witness is powerful enough that it could have got to the Veil and taken it no matter what. So you could probably have, like, the cutscene at the start, and then the cutscene at the end, and then cut out the entirety of this campaign, and nothing would be different. As far as the overall narrative, anyway. We learnt Strand. And that was kind of the other thing. The Strand sections were probably the most fun part of the campaign, and mechanically, the campaign was relatively fun. There was a few parts that were kind of crappy. The tank mission, I hated. It was a slog on Legend. It wasn't even hard, it was just tedious. Like, it was tedious, is the problem. There was also a bunch of other problems narratively. Like, going through, as I said, this is going to be a bit higgledy-piggledy. It's not like an actual proper breakdown of the story, because this is literally just my first thoughts as I'm finishing it. But, like, Rohan's sacrifice, one, was really fucking obvious. Like, I called it, like, right near the start when I was first talking to him, and he's giving that speech like, oh yeah, we Cloudstriders only live for 10 years, and I'm coming up to my 10 years, oh yeah, and I'm like, well, he's gonna die. And then they did sacrifice him, but like, I liked him as a character, but there was no, like, I'd known him for 2 days and then I'm supposed to be sad about his death? There needed to be, like, double the amount of missions if you wanted to actually build up these Cloudstriders as people we care about. And half the missions that we did in this campaign, it feels like, I don't know, I haven't gone back and checked, but it feels like about half of them were just like, let's learn Strand. Which, I don't know, it just felt flat. Like they felt like there were really high stakes that I knew nothing about. They still haven't explained the Veil. If they don't explain the Veil properly in the raid, I don't understand what the hell they're doing. They've pulled out a MacGuffin. I have done a couple of the post-game things, and there's a post-game mission that compares the Veil to the Black Heart. That's like the Vex were trying to make a Veil, is what the Black Heart was, which is a retcon, obviously. But like, so what? It's like the heart of the Traveler, I guess, but what the fuck does that mean? Why is it so important? It was weird going through the campaign because it felt like Osiris and everybody, all the Cloud Strides and stuff, knew what the Veil was and what it did, but nobody told me. It was weird. And even if they didn't know it was, like, you could reinterpret it too, that they didn't know what it was, but they knew the Witness wanted it and therefore they had to stop it. Okay. But you have to explain that in a story. You can't just have a MacGuffin that is never explained in the main story. And even if they plan on it, like, one, if they plan on doing it through the seasons, that's really bad because the seasons go away. So if someone comes back to play this expansion, it's gonna suck. Because if you play this expansion without knowing what the Veil is, and which is what everybody has done as far as I know, nobody knows what the fuck it is. So, I don't know. It's just... I might save the rest of this for like an actual video that I do on it, and I'm going to wait until after the raid is out, because the raid can probably give context. I'm imagining we're going into the Traveler for the raid, because he cut like a big hole in it. And that was the other thing. Like, Ikora and Zavala at their end, it's like, oh, the Traveler's dead, so sad. So it's like, is it? Why is the Traveler dead? Like, it wasn't clear to me from that cutscene that he killed the Traveler. He cut like a big hole in it and went inside it. And there was like a line of dialogue in Ikora's like wall of text that says the ghost can no longer feel the light or whatever. But like, how do we still use the light then? Like, we're still using the light, which means we don't need the Traveler. And how is this different when the Gaul trapped it? I don't know, there's so much. As I said, I'm gonna wait and actually put this into a comprehensive video. And after I've played through all my other characters, maybe there's some stuff that I missed that I'll pick up on. But as it stands now, it was narratively shithouse of a campaign. Maybe the raid is fantastic lore-wise, and it will fix all my problems with the campaign, but I find it very hard to believe. It'll have to be a crazy campaign for this to make sense. A crazy raid for the campaign to make sense, I should say. Anyway, as I keep saying I'm going to do this in a proper video, and I keep ranting, but that's going to be it for this video. This is the end of the campaign. I'm going to start working on some build guides and stuff like that. I already have a kind of cool build on Hunter that I'm looking at. But otherwise, I'll finish the campaign on my other characters, start doing some build guides, all that kind of stuff. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.